Hey, everybody. Mike O'Keefe here, Multiple Idiots, episode 14 today with the great Marty DeRosa, the boy wrestler, the podcast maven, the depression beater. Good chat. We get into some stuff, a lot of wrestling talk. So if you enjoy pro wrestling, if you heard Marty's show and you somehow found your way over here, I appreciate that. Enjoy some wrestling talk. Was so happy to have Marty in. Been a fan of his and a friend of his for a while, and we had a nice chat. I have some shows coming up that I'd like to tell you about. But before I tell you about them, I need you to rate and review us on iTunes. We need some rates. We need some reviews. I would appreciate if you did that. Coming up on Friday, I will be at North at 8 p.m. for Arguments and Grievances. I will be debating former guest Mike Cronin, and I will crush him to pieces, even though he is technically my best friend, I guess. And then after that, I'll be at Logan Square Improv at 10, just doing some classic stand-em-up comedies. If you enjoy this show, check out some of the other Jazz Fuzz offerings. Cringeworthy with Kalina Ote. Very funny show. If you like gross stuff, we're talking poopy pants, we're talking dirty diapers, and it's cringeworthy. So get into that. And I personally have really been enjoying a podcast on this network called That Time I Got Arrested by B. Casper. She's been arrested over 100 times, and she talks about it humorously. So check that out. Check out both of those podcasts. Check out this podcast. Thank you for being here already. Throw us a rate, throw us a review. I'll see you on Friday. I love you. And now, here we go. Marty Rosa's here. Hey, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Good. I thought you were gonna do like a whole thing.
No, I do that. Here's a little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
We talk.
Yeah.
We do the thing.
Yeah.
And then the intro afterwards.
I love seeing behind the curtain of how podcasting works.
Oh my, yeah. Well,
I love it.
This is your first time on a podcast.
First
right?
ever. Normally just an AM radio guy. AM sports talk. Miss a little, miss a lot. That's my motto.
First time, long time. Marty
First time, long time. I will hang up and listen to your answer.
Thank you for your time. I think the defense is good. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We know each other from comedy and also from pro wrestling.
Yes. And from the world of bodybuilding.
We are both Ico Pro super fans.
We're both avid longshore fishermen or women.
Fisher, there's a lot of women fishing out there.
There really is. You know what? Sometimes I spend way too much time thinking of
What if that was yours?
I spend a lot of time, I don't know about some of you guys, but I spend a lot of time thinking. So Ace, the hardware store, used to have a wonderful jingle. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware man. Well, no, it was man.
It was man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then, then these fucking women get all of on
I tell you what.
No, so then they had to change it. They had to change it. But they were just married to Ace is the place.
Yeah.
And I get it. It sounds great.
It rhymes.
So now they do Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks. Which I don't like.
Why don't you like it?
Doesn't rhyme. Doesn't rhyme.
But it didn't. But Ace is the place for the helpful hardware man. Doesn't
Sounds
rhyme.
good, though. Can't admit that it doesn't sound good. It might not rhyme.
You're not wrong.
But it doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound.
And it might just be for being plugged into my head for 8 million years.
Because I only know the folks version.
Okay. That being said, what sounds better? Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks. Or Ace is the place for the helpful hardware man. It's man.
Do it again.
Which one do you want first? So I don't have any bias.
I'll do man first. We got a Pepsi challenge this
I'll do man first.
Okay.
Everybody chose Pepsi, and that's why they changed the Coke formulas. Watch the company man on YouTube. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware man.
Okay.
Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folks. It's man.
I think man's better. Man's better.
So
I'll tell you what's better than both of them is going to Home Depot and getting a hot dog. You ever do that?
Sure.
That's what I'm all about.
But sometimes I think what would have been a better jingle.
Yeah. What's your favorite jingle? And this is exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
I mean, sticking with hardware stores, Save Big Money at Menards is a fucking banger. Save Big Money is a banger.
The Menards guy in that commercial is my favorite. At Menards.
Let
Menards. Oh, it's so good.
I used to really enjoy, again, before you and your millennial friends and podcast took over, when radio was the king, White Hen Pantry had, when you run out to White Hen. But you know what they used to do?
Oh,
and they
white men?
No, they used to.
White folks.
On purpose, they would go, when you run out to White. And they wouldn't say the hen. Yeah. So it would be in your head. Ooh. And then I think somebody.
That's brilliant.
I think somebody was like, yeah, you can't do like subliminal shit like that.
Why can't
somebody
they do that?
Like sued them or something.
For what?
You can't.
What's the ground?
I'm
the legal expert.
There was some subliminal shit going on. They're like, yeah, you can't do that.
Do you think they're responsible for any murders?
No, but I definitely drove an hour to a White Hen just because I was on Ambien and I just did. No, I don't know. That's a banger. I didn't see it this holiday season, but Coca-Cola used to have or they still probably do Santa packs.
Yeah.
And they would do Santa packs are coming, Santa packs are coming, Santa packs are coming. Right. I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like a good jingle.
Good I really do love a jingle. I love a jingle. I love when a commercial has like a sequel. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of that.
My buddy John used to watch those commercials where I think it was like a military guy. He would come home and brew a pot of coffee and wake up the family, and that's how he knew he was home. And it was like, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. I'm obsessed with the military guys coming home and making people cry.
Those videos are the best. Have you ever seen them come home to their dogs?
The dog can't control it.
The dog fucking loses its little dog mind.
It's
so good.
I want to do a
set. Makes me so happy.
I want to be on stage doing a set, and then someone goes from the back of the room goes, "You're not funny," and I go, "Oh yeah, why don't you come up to the stage and do something about it?" And then a guy dressed who looks kind of like me will come up in full military gear.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, shit, it's my brother. He's back from Afghanistan. Everyone will go crazy. And I'll be like, hey, man, you got to go wait at the bar. I got a show to do. I don't have time for this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
The weirdest heckle, one of them, weirdest heckle I ever got was in this club in Holly, Michigan. And I was doing a joke at the time about heroin, about how heroin's bad for you, I think. Like cool guy material.
Sure.
Like your standard
most
sweet shit.
Yeah.
I do. And this guy just goes, not funny. And I should know. I'm a veteran. I'm like, what? What are you talking? I didn't know. And I just go, like, it just threw me so much. I go, what branch of the military were you in? And I just ended up doing 5 minutes of, there wasn't a lot of people, but I talked to this guy about his actual life for 5 minutes. Like, oh, okay. Also, don't talk.
I didn't get in trouble, but at the one comedy club in Appleton, Wisconsin, I was making fun of little people on purpose. And then my friend who's a little person who lives in Appleton, professional wrestler Hornswoggle, was in the back, and he goes, hey, man, that's fucked up. You're saying that shit. And I go, oh, yeah? Why don't you come up here and do something about it? And then he came up on stage, and everyone's like, oh, and they thought there was going to be like a huge problem. And then we were just laughing and did some bits about it. And the owner of the club goes, hey, man, that was funny, but next time you're going to do that, please let me know. I go, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Cliff's a good guy, though. Cliff likes it. There's like we talked about it here last week with Jonah. Last week. We recorded it a fucking month ago. But
it felt like last week to me.
It felt like
as an avid listener, it felt like last week to me.
I listen, Marty. I want to say publicly, thank you so much for your undying support.
No problem. No problem.
But apparently, there's like a village in Wisconsin, all tiny little people.
Nice.
It sounds awesome.
Sounds great.
Sounds great.
Sounds really great.
I think. Do you think of all the minis? We'll call them minis.
Wow.
That's what they call them in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Sure. Which is a weird thing for a non-wrestling fan to hear. They still like to be called midgets in wrestling, which is,
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
you say that to another regular, the layman, the uneducated, the uninitiated.
A citizen.
And they'll just go, did you just say the M word?
And you go, yes.
And I'll go, that's what he wants to be.
That's what he likes.
What were you going to say, though?
Do you think Hornswoggle is the most successful mini wrestler of all time?
Yes.
That just gave me a little ASMR, by the way. The way you
Hold on, let me get my beer.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. This is that's an early ASMR minute. There we go.
In our country, at least, yes.
Yeah, I'd give him that.
No one's had a run as long as him.
Oh, definitely not. And at the tippy top, too.
At the tippy top.
At the
doing
tippy
angles
top.
with Vince.
John Cena with Fit Finley. Dude, he's doing it all.
Cruiserweight champ.
Cruiserweight, the last Cruiserweight champ until this new purple thing came out, which I like. I like those guys. Let me ask you a couple quick wrestling questions.
Fire away.
I just wanted, these are just things
you've always wanted
that
to
I
know.
wanted to know.
Oh, sure.
The job you do in IW,
yeah.
If you could do that for any promotion at any time in history, what would it be? And is it what I think it is, which is world class?
Ooh, yeah, probably, because I would have just lived there and
be
probably
cool
had so
all
much
the time.
fun at the Sportatorium. Then on Fridays after the show, just get all fucked up with the Von Erichs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, probably either world class, like around 84 or 5.
Here's what's interesting. That was like some of the first shit I saw because it was on ESPN Classic when I would get home from school.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
Yeah, I loved it.
5 days a
that
week.
And
boy, I used to get mad every once in a while. I'd
SNL.
flip it on and there'd be like monster truck racing or something, an accident. I'd be like, get this shit out of here. Yeah, I'd probably say world class would have been the best, or I think maybe being like a heel manager for like the NWA.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty great too.
Like a Gary Hart type.
Heel commentator for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it probably would have been pretty fun too to call those like Saturday Night's main events back in the day. That would have been pretty awesome too.
For sure. Yeah. That would have been good. Well, that's our show.
Thank you
later.
very much.
Yeah, see you guys later. So what's the transition? Because you were a backyarder.
Yes.
Like so many of us. Please remind the people what your name was.
Tommy Jabbar.
Tommy Jabbar. What was your big finish?
It was the Canyons flatliner, the reverse side Russian leg sweep. I called it the suicide machine.
I saw the Suicide Machines on Friday.
On Friday?
Yeah, they're still doing it, man.
They have one of the greatest sets of all time I've ever seen at the Fireside.
I fucking love
They opened for the Scofflaws, and boy, oh boy, Scofflaws couldn't follow the Suicide Machines.
Dude, Jay Navarro's a maniac,
couldn't
man.
fucking follow them.
They're the greatest.
We enjoyed when they played William Shatner, but they just couldn't follow the Suicide Machines.
No,
it was so fucking good.
Could they?
That album
so good. Oh, D by D is
a
great.
Classic.
It's oh my god,
classic.
That's like I wasn't around when Op Ivy was a band, but that was like in Detroit. That's like Op Ivy level, like that album.
Yep.
I love that band.
Certified banger,
and Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Oh, really?
So there you go.
That's a big one. I never played that game, but I know a lot of people only know songs because of that.
Oh my god! Well,
sometimes I'll play music and stereo. Go, I know that from Tony Hawk. Skateboard video game.
I had the Tony Hawk CD.
Yeah,
because you could get the soundtrack, and I got it at the book fair at school.
That's probably a pretty good CD to have for backyard wrestling music.
Oh my god, yeah.
We had the Crow theme song.
Okay,
there you go. That was a real essential for backyard wrestling.
Yeah. Well, so and you were a backyarder when it wasn't okay to be a backyard.
No, we
wrestler.
were on that. We were on those. I think they were DVDs. I don't think they were VHS. Maybe they were VHS cassettes. We were on a couple of those backyard wrestling videos that like M Dog and some of those people were on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so now you commentate for I'd say one of the biggest indie companies in the country.
Yeah.
What's the transition?
Called the Super Show every year at WrestleCon.
Calls the Super Show. Called the Golden Lovers match this year against Chuck and Flip Gordon.
Yeah. Called some good ones.
You're legit now.
Called the Liger match. Called the Naito match this year.
You did call it a Naito match.
Ishii, Suzuki. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah. What's that?
I'm ready to
transition
die.
like?
It's been fun.
Here it is, Marty DeRosa.
Yeah.
I bought a belt earlier today.
It's weird because so I tell people like I do stand up, so I can do just about anything. You think like you can kind of not.
Yeah.
You get a lot of skills from doing stand up, or you can do a lot of stuff.
I like to liken stand up comedy to getting a law degree. Because if you get a law degree, you can be a lawyer. You can do a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like having all these tools in your back pocket.
I say.
Yeah.
It's all from doing backyard wrestling because we had a public access show.
No shit.
Yeah, I commentated. Wow. My commentator name was Joey Calzone. I commentated.
That's a fucking great name.
Because you had to have your main wrestler, your jobber.
Yeah.
I wore a psychosis mask and a mailman outfit, and I was El Postimo. And I was Joey Calzone behind the mic, the voice of TCW, Tri-Town Championship Wrestling.
Hell yeah.
And
Joey Calzone.
Joey Calzone
is the fucking greatest name.
My mom,
that's so good.
Back at the time, my mom had just been battling breast cancer, so she had a wig, and I would wear the wig on camera. I wore her.
You wore your mom's.
I wore my mom's cancer wig.
That's amazing.
As Joey Calzone, and I wore some glasses and that.
Yeah.
And I basically learned a lot of stuff from doing backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
So it was when I was stand up, I was like, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
And I was a public access television star.
Yeah. And you've been doing stand up for about 37 years.
3,700 years.
At a certain point, I think you just stop counting.
Oh, I think at a certain point you just quit, which this probably will be my last.
Can't fucking wait.
Probably be my last year.
Yeah. You seriously think about hanging them up?
No.
Oh, come on. You got them coming out, baby. Come on. Oh, come on.
When you're this talented,
you can't hide that talent under a bushel, Martyr.
Come on, baby.
So, but when does the backyard thing? When do you start going to real wrestling stuff and being involved with that?
We started doing $5 wrestling, which was Mystery Science Theater meets professional wrestling. We would have purposefully bad wrestling shows, record them, and then me and Colt Cabana would do commentary to them, and then through that, the nice people at High Spots, when they would start doing the WrestleCon Super Show, Michael, the owner, was like, "Do you want to do commentary?" And I was like, "I would love to." And he's like, "Yeah, just don't be too silly." And I was like, "Okay."
And then they put you with Excalibur.
And then I was with Excalibur, who's fantastic.
Yeah, he's great.
And
another Detroit guy.
And then we just did that, and then I got a message on Facebook from one of the boss mans at AAW, and he goes, "Hey, do you want to be our color commentator?" Yeah, and it was one of those where I was like, "Yeah, you should have asked me 10 years ago before I even started doing anything." Duh. So I was like, "Yeah, this is great. This is for sure."
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
it is such a breath of fresh air that I think you and your lovely girlfriend have brought into that company.
Yeah.
And it makes the shows better.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now the commentary is watchable after the show when you watch it on High Spots.
I wish I could do it. Wow, that's your opinion.
It is. I'll let anyone know that the old commentary team was not that good.
I wish that I could do it. God, sometimes I think how. Not I don't mean to be how good could I get if I did it, but it would be really interesting to see how good Tyler and I, my partner, how
he's great. He's fantastic.
He's awesome. How good we could get if we did it every week.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. And then every once in a while I can't do a show. Like last night I couldn't do the show because of stand up.
Yeah. Which happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
You miss things. See, the one bummer thing about being a stand up comedian, aside from all the girls, all the money, all the stuff,
all the miles, all the laughs,
all the free, the amount of free chicken fingers I've gotten in the last almost 10 years.
Do you ever think of how many beers you've gotten free?
Oh my God.
I think about how many Miller Lights I've drank for free.
Oh my God.
Because of stand up.
It's to the point now where when I pay for a Miller Lite, I feel like I'm getting cheated.
Sometimes I'll tell myself, especially after a show, if you're drinking free at a club all night and then you go, "Hey, we're all going to go to the bar across the street." Yeah. And you order a drink and they're like, "Oh, it's $5.50 for a Miller Lite." You're just like, "Motherfucker."
God damn it.
You drank 12 Miller Lights for free. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah. Oh man, we were getting those buckets last night.
What were you going to say? What was the thing? I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't remember.
What's the one thing?
That every time you miss stuff.
You do.
You miss shit. We got to work.
Weddings.
Weddings. There we go.
Imagine
broadcast. That was some AM radio broadcast magic. I appreciate that.
And we'll be back with more magic after these words from our sponsors.
Ace is a place for the helpful hardware, dude.
So I was thinking, yeah. And I mean, I don't really think, I wish I would have had a thing where people would have been like, "Nah, that's what Ace's slogan should have been."
Yeah.
Because getting back to it, Ace is the place There we go.
Ace is the place.
But I think you abandon everything after that.
Yeah.
Ace is the place. You bet it is. Ace is the place.
They just say it twice. Ace is the place. Ace is the
ready?
place. Ace is the place for your cat bar.
No. Ace is the place.
Okay.
When you want to look that home improvement job in the face.
Ooh. It's not bad. That's not bad.
Ace is the place when you finally want to stare your father in the face and say, I can fix this, Dad.
I can fix this, Dad. I can. Don't call me Ken. All right. Protect the business. You handy? I'm not. I'm so fucking bad at it.
Here's my one thing I can't do.
What?
Put in a floating shelf. Can't fucking put in one of those like IKEA floating shelves.
Yeah.
I'm good at just about everything else.
I can't even begin to imagine what that is. Yeah. I'm so useless around the house.
You got to get the old stud finder out. You got to find some studs. Put in those anchor fucking bolts. I suck.
Bad with all this.
Had I done it, and I think I could have done it somewhat presentably.
Yeah.
Like I watched the guy do it, and I go, yeah, that's what I would have done.
Yeah.
But now I know, like today, I can leave my apartment with the confidence that that shelf will be hanging up when I get home.
That's not
Had
bad.
I done it myself, I would have probably come home one day and the shelves would be on the floor and all my girlfriend's old vintage books would be thrown upon the floor.
Oh, man. Your girlfriend, what a lovely person. Big fan.
My girlfriend?
Your girlfriend, Sarah Shock.
Sarah.
I don't
and
care.
I say partner. No,
you say partner. Mal says partner a lot. I'm just like, it's like girlfriend.
She's my podcast partner.
Yeah. So that's my next question.
And we've committed numerous crimes together.
You guys have done some really fantastic smash and grab robberies.
Yes.
And I appreciate that.
Yes.
How do you balance that?
What do you mean?
You guys are business partners and you're in a relationship and you live together. How are you not sick of each other?
So
That's my
fucking
real
much.
question.
It's so much.
It's so much, man. How do you fucking do it?
It's just something about her I don't get sick of. Like I've dated multiple people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I gotta just like I'll tell her sometimes, like we were just walking around a neighborhood and I go, see that bar? I used to go there when I lived with this one woman down the street. And sometimes I just got so sick of being around her. I just would go to Lang's and just drink by myself over on Southport.
Yeah.
And I just, I got to go do this thing. And I would just go sit and just have a couple of sad beers by myself. But with Sarah, she's super fun.
Yeah.
It's really like, it's just, we have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
And I can bring her anywhere.
She's just like a positive force.
She's super positive, more positive than I've ever been or anybody I've ever been with has been. And she's just fun.
Yeah.
She makes things more fun, which I guess is all the stuff you want in like a partner, a relationship.
Yeah.
And it makes everything like just fun. And there's never like, I always remember I was watching the E! True Hollywood Story about Married with Children. And they were doing,
of course you were.
Yeah. Married with Children.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. Yeah. And they were talking about
Love and marriage, horse and carriage.
They auditioned all these guys to play Al Bundy, and nobody was like capturing Al Bundy. And then Ed O'Neill was a Broadway guy at the time.
Yeah,
and
hoofer.
And he came in and said, "Hey, I'm Ed. I'm going to be reading for Al." And I said, "Okay." And before they did the scene, he goes, "Imagine this is the front door." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And he went up to the front door and just went. And then opened it and came in, and they were like right there. They were like, "That's the guy."
That's perfect. Yeah.
And I remember being with certain people, and I remember one time I actually did that, and I was like, "Oh no, I did like the Al Bundy, like here we fucking go."
Yeah.
And I was in the mind frame back in the day of I'd rather be alone than in a relationship with somebody where I'm just like not, because I'm sure you know the same way, people who are like in relationships that they hate, but they're like, "Hey, what are you gonna do? It beats being single." And I'm like,
nope,
no, I'd rather be. And I'm not talking about like single because I can go fuck people. I'm talking about
just being with yourself,
being alone, alone. And I prefer that than being with somebody that I don't prefer to be with.
100%. Yeah.
But there are some people who are just like, nah, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
or they're like, well, our lease isn't up until 4 months.
As soon as you start doing like the breakup math, I think you're done.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think you should be done.
Sure.
You know?
So I don't know, whatever it is with with my relationship was, I almost said my current relationship, which sounds real
scummy,
which gives some ladies out there a little hope.
Oh yeah. I'm sure there's some, some Christina out there.
I got burned by a Christina.
Did you really?
Real bad.
I've dated 2 Haleys. Isn't that weird?
That's fucking crazy.
Same spelling too. Insane.
Brown hair, both brown hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, fuck that. Boy, oh boy. That old dorm room. There's no way they're going to hear this.
There's not.
But just to give you an idea of the positive force that a Sarah Shockey is, last night I saw her give a Christmas present to a 6-year-old girl.
Dina is the best.
Dina's great.
Dina's number one.
The fucking fans that you guys have of your show is
I don't know.
the greatest shit.
Every once in a while, and this is one of those things too where people are like, oh, you guys should have a kid. We don't want to have kids.
Yeah.
We're not going to have kids.
Well, you're 57 years old. You've gone through menopause.
No. It is funny though, because I'm 41, and my dad had me when he was 42, and I remember thinking like, man, my dad's so fucking old.
My old man was 45 when I was born. Yeah,
and like I see and I remember coming to games and just being like, this guy's so fucking old.
Everyone would ask me if it was my grandpa.
Yeah,
everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't realize you had a super old dad.
Yeah,
man.
And
how old's your dad now?
82 or something.
Yeah, my dad just turned 76.
Yeah.
Just puttering around.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you're just
so I was kind
doing
of like
your best.
in my head.
Hope it's not a windy day.
Yeah. In my head back in the day, I'm just like, if I do have kids, I would like to have them younger, I guess.
Yeah.
But then I was like, now I just don't have kids, and Sarah doesn't either.
I get it.
And but there's certain kids where we're just like,
well, the WWE universe is your kids.
I had one of my buddies' sons. He's the best. His name's Cash. And Cash, it was his birthday, and I was like, "Hey, Cash," I'm like in a group chat with a child, which is so fun. I'm like, "Cash,
you're talking about memes. I get
send me links to whatever you want on Amazon for your birthday." And he sent me a link for like a Pete Dunne shirt that was like $19.99. I'm like, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass if you don't pick more stuff. I'm like, if you don't hit 100, I'm gonna kick your ass. He bought like these meme socks, and he bought the Vine. There's this there's this book called Milk and Honey, and it was like these poems, and they came out with like Vine and Honey, which is like a spoof with all like classic vines. And he bought the meme Bible, and
what's the meme Bible?
A Bible with all the hottest memes and stuff like that.
And on the 9th day, he made memes.
And then on the 9th day, he made Chumbus, the fat Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny.
But I love, and Dina's another little, like whenever we see a kid at a wrestling show who's having a great time, we're just like, well, you need to be in our fucking little atmosphere.
World. Yeah. It's the greatest, man.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Marty and his girlfriend hosts a podcast called Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling. I have messed up the name of your podcast on your intro at a couple different shows. I don't know how.
The best ever of getting our name messed up on the podcast. So we're on the MLW radio network, and Ric Flair used to be on there, and we would all get these moments where we had to give plugs for each other's shows. There was like this little synergy thing going where everybody would give plugs, and Ric Flair in his best old man voice, Sally and Mara love wrestling. Sally and Mara love wrestling.
Oh, Unky Rick.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck yeah, thank you so much.
That's so good.
Thank you, Rick.
Would you say all-time number one favorite wrestler? Who do you put up there? I know you're a big Steamboat guy.
Yeah, but all time, like his promos were nothing.
Oh my god, he was
Jesus. Can I tell you?
Boring fucking.
He
dude.
was on he was on the Jericho cruise, and Jericho did a podcast with him.
Yeah,
and I was watching it, and it's like, dude, you're on a cruise with wrestling fans, and he's sitting there going, so if you guys don't know, in wrestling, the good guy is the baby fan. I wanted to just go, we're on a fucking cruise that costed thousands of dollars for these people to be here. We know. No, I think overall Flair.
I'd say if you're starting a promotion, if you can have any guy to like be the centerpiece, I'd say Ric Flair.
Yeah, 80s Flair.
Yeah,
would be like, God, could you imagine like 80s Flair against like Tanahashi from like 8 years ago or 5 years ago, who
like
could
2012, 2013,
who could speak English.
Oh my God, those would be hot matches.
Get out of here, man. The promos and everything, and just like that. But then also, because like you said, I love watching old wrestling, and to me, there was just like something so cool about like just like a no nonsense brawler like Bruiser Brody or like or just like, oh man, I don't know. Like some of those guys, like I remember being a little kid and watching Buzz Sawyer and Matt Bourne. They were tag champs back in the day.
Oh yeah,
and
Matt Bourne became Doink, right? Yeah.
Okay. And they were real bad dudes.
Yeah.
Like this is how crazy Buzz Sawyer is. He ripped off the Undertaker for wrestling school.
What?
He took Undertaker's money. Buzz Sawyer took the Undertaker's money, said, yeah, kid, I'll teach you how to wrestle, and then just blew him off and never taught him how to wrestle.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But
just made him run, or just didn't even show up?
Never fucking dealt with him.
Great.
But like those two, or like Terry Gordy, just like black boots, black trunks, just mean, bad dudes.
Stan Hansen in All Japan, man.
And just guys who, like, if you got in their face in the crowd, they'd kill you. Yeah. If you were a local enhancement talent, they were going to give you a real hard day.
That's Lord.
Those guys. So, that's like when you're building your Fed or whatever. Yeah. You know, because like I always had
have some shit
wrestling figures, and I would just always pop the heads off and switch them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I always had, like, just some tough, no-nonsense guys.
So since starting to date Mal, for whatever reason, her whole family thinks I love action figures.
Okay.
They've given me...
They think you're a man-child.
They 100% do.
You have that vibe?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I have more action figures now than I did when I was a kid.
Nice.
And it's fantastic.
Nice.
I love it so much. They're all over my desk. They're all over my nightstand.
Like the current, like the Mattels?
Yes, a couple of those. I got a Nakamura, I got a Joe.
Nice.
And I'm really thinking of getting the Fed, starting the Fed back up.
You know,
Mal gets out of town for a couple weeks. I think I'm going to play.
Everyone should run one. Everyone should run one.
Yeah.
That way you can book the territory when you're trying to fall asleep. Yeah. You know, I loved it. I've always loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. All my notebooks in school. If I was trying to keep real notes, the back, I'd flip to the back and it would all be my cards. I was always a Christmas guy. Christmas was the main event for me because of Starrcade too. But so everything would build up to Christmas. Then I would set up my ring under the tree. Like just what a fucking, because you remember like how like Halloween Havoc had the pumpkin.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Those sets of the old WCW pay-per-views are amazing.
And I always remember they did a Clash of the Champs back in the day called Seasons Beatings. So that was my big... It's funny, too, because I told you before we started, I listened to this podcast called Between the Sheets, but you have to be a giant wrestling nerd to enjoy.
It's not accessible.
No.
It's a very not accessible podcast even for a guy who really likes wrestling like me. It's tough to listen to. It's very dry.
I sometimes, especially the years, they pick a week in a year. So if we're going into January, like let's say the week of like the 1st to the 7th or whatever, they do that week, but then they pick a year. So like we're doing the 1st to the 7th from 1992.
Okay.
All right. And then they get all the newsletters, you know,
Observer
or dirt sheets or whatever. That's what they call it, Between the Sheets.
Oh.
And then they break it down
because they recorded in bed.
I wish. And they just go over everything. Here's what happened in AWA, WWF, WCW, Mexico, Japan. Sometimes, and especially the 80s, sometimes I'll skim through Mexico and anything MMA. But it's just a long one. But here's what I was going to make the point of. They'll mention wrestlers' names or shows or tag teams. I thought I made them up because I would always, if I had toys like rep figures, most of the time, especially when it got to the point where you could like pop heads off and switch them and stuff. Unless you were like one of my absolute favorites, you got a whole new gimmick. You got changed. Everything got changed.
Yeah.
Or G.I. Joes. G.I. Joes, when my hands were tinier, were the best wrestlers on the planet.
So many Batmans that wrestled.
Yeah.
So I was a huge Batman guy.
Isn't it crazy how they just kept cranking out Batmans?
Oh my God. There's a million different Batmans.
Yeah. You know why they did that?
Why?
Let me tell you why.
To make money?
Well, yes. So when He-Man came out, first series, He-Man. And then it was like, and they made other He-Mans, like the Battle Damage He-Man and a couple others, but everybody always wanted the original He-Man. But they were like, no, we don't make that anymore. And that was a big problem with the toy line. Yeah. So after that, notice Cena's in every other line of figures for like Mattel. Is always a new Cena.
Always a new
And it's like, there's not much difference, but you always have to have that main figure. So people can get that main figure who might be just jumping in.
I like it.
The Batman, they never had faith in any of the villains. So they're like, just make more Batmans. And they already have the mold made.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off too, which is like wrestling figures are super, I think they're super easy to make because they just use the same body for most.
Yeah.
They just have to crank out new heads.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see him sometimes and you're just like, big deal. What'd you do here?
Shit. Yeah.
Just put a new head on it.
Speaking of new heads, how do you feel about John Cena's hair?
I think it's a new chapter in his life.
He's moving on from something.
He's moving on.
Yeah.
He's becoming more accessible.
Yeah.
It's clearly like the movie star phase.
Fucking looks
like I remember when The Rock,
so dumb.
when The Rock was at that Mania and he had that goatee.
Oh my God.
Because he was filming like Be Cool or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing?
Dork.
So Cena with his hair, it's just, it's the end of an era. A long, 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 long era.
And I thought Blockers was very funny. I really enjoyed it.
I heard this Bumblebee movie's real good.
It's pretty good on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's good.
It's at like 90 something.
Heard it's good. And if it ain't certified fresh, I ain't fucking with it.
You're like a prestige movie guy.
I ain't seeing it.
We call you Marty the Criterion Collection DeRosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to see not Blockers, but I don't think I'll see Bumblebee in the theater, but I'll definitely.
Oh, that's a Nefarious Means picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Vice
Yeah.
on Friday. It was very sad, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is one more thing, and then we'll get to these questions.
Yeah.
You used to do a podcast called Wrestling with Depression.
Yes.
You don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Have you cured depression?
No, God, no.
God,
good
shit.
Lord, no. I just got
hoping you would save me.
so fucking sick of doing it. Same questions all the time. No,
and my episode of Wrestling with Depression is probably the worst episode because I was 3 months into a relationship and just so
good.
happy.
No. I think that it helped me a lot, talk about depression and figure out a lot of stuff. I think
it helped me.
It helped people listen to it, which I appreciate. Mm-hmm. And I think just for me, it just became too hard to do because I was doing my podcast with Sarah also. Yeah. And that was so much more fun.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like, I think it'll be one of those, if I'm being honest also, I started doing it a long, long time ago. Yeah. I remember the only other podcast that was talking about mental illness was that Mental Illness Happy Hour with Paul Gilmartin.
Gilmartin, yeah.
And
he's a good man.
Yeah. And we would message back and forth and stuff like that every once in a while. But then all these other people started coming out with podcasts like that, like your hip comedians, that everybody they say like fart on Twitter and they get like 3,000 retweets. They'd be like, "Oh my God, finally someone's talking about depression," and I'm like, "Cool, thanks."
Been here,
I guess I would.
Yeah.
And then this is like,
I get it, man.
If I'm being honest, I always thought there was a part of me that like somebody would come to me and be like, "Hey, you should do this on a bigger platform."
Yeah,
and they never did, and I was a little bummed by that.
Fuck them.
And also too, it got to feel a little like Groundhog Day-ish, where I would have somebody in and we would talk and this and that. And I would get people who would be like, "Oh, you should have me on your podcast. I'm real fucked up." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to do that."
That's
or
the worst.
Getting begged to do to do your podcast, and then you finally let them on, and you're like, "So, like, have you listened?" No, I haven't listened. And I was like, "Then what are you doing?" And they would just like, they would just stink on it.
Yeah, bummer.
But
well, I tell you what, we have reached the point of this show where I gotta ask you some questions.
I'm ready.
Listen, we've had a lovely chat.
Yeah.
It's been a nice time.
So I was thinking about.
I always have a nice time when you're around, buddy.
I was thinking about this where with the wedding thing, and our buddy Jimmy Roberson has a real funny joke about he's 41, I'm 41, and he says, so I'm at that point where a lot of my friends are getting married for the second time.
Yeah.
And I think, especially being some Midwest guys, most of my friends got married in their early to mid 20s. I felt like there was that point. There was that point where I was going to just a shit ton of weddings. Like now, if I go to a wedding, it's kind of like, what are we doing? A wedding? Okay.
Yeah. We are in the thick of it.
Yeah.
We are in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And like from 28 now.
Whose weddings are you going to? Your friends or her friends?
It's probably 75-25 hers.
Like I talked like our buddy like Tommy McNamara. He's like, man, I went to like 18 weddings this year. I'm like, what the fuck?
I 32 in the last 3 years.
That's bananas.
It's crazy.
I don't think I went to 32 weddings in my whole life.
You shouldn't. Yeah. It's too many.
I mean, like...
And boy, you talk about Groundhog Day, though, man. Going to some of these weddings. And there have been some great ones that really stand out.
Yeah.
And I've got to be in a couple of them, and that's been a joy and an honor and a privilege.
Have you ever done stand-up at a wedding or at the reception?
I would rather cut my own dick off and choke myself to death on it.
I had a couple
Oh, my God. Fuck that.
A couple got engaged, and then came with their family to a show that night. And they liked me, and they're like, "You should perform at our wedding." And I was like, "You bet." And then like a year later, they're like, "Okay, here's our wedding." You know,
oh my God,
how much do you need? And I did that comedy thing of being like, I'm going to throw a number out there that's way too high for my
do you mind
skill
saying
level.
What you said?
I think I might have said $1,000.
I wouldn't do that for less than 25.
And they
100
took me up on it.
$25.
I was probably about 5 years in at the time. And I was like, okay.
You don't even know that you can make that much money doing stand-up.
I'm going to need a hotel and $1,000. Thinking like I asked for like $1 million and a plane and a private jet. And they're like, yeah, sure. And I was like, okay.
A lot of these weddings, like you're just spending so much money.
Yeah.
That's another $1,000.
Yeah.
Who cares? How did it go?
It went okay. I guess. Yeah, it went okay. I was making fun of one of the relatives because they had an interesting name.
How much time did you do?
I probably did about 20. And then they had
so long.
They had like these ding dong DJs that were like little fucking crackheads, and I was like, "What are you guys doing? Do you not know what you're doing?" And they're like, "No, and we've never DJed a wedding."
What the fuck?
So I kind of like took over and I introduced the couples and everything.
That's great. Okay.
And I think I earned my money.
So you're like almost an MC.
Well, by proxy, because these DJs were fucking like the first song. I think they wanted to just play some like
legitimately crackheads. By the way,
probably,
cool.
Nice. They were some like this was in Michigan.
Hell yeah, dude.
I felt like they were just like
hell yeah.
They just wanted to play some like fucking early EDM and just fucking get the party started right away.
You can't do that.
Yeah, they were like taking turns going outside to smoke.
Come on, man.
It's nothing. There's nothing quite like seeing someone white trash try to dress up. It's one of my favorite things growing up in Indiana.
I love it.
The clothes never fit.
They never
Skinny
fit.
guys wear too big of clothes. Big guys wear too little of clothes. There should be some type of trade-off for white trash fuckheads at weddings.
There needs to be like a holding area on the way in where it's like, okay, you take this. You have this.
Ronnie, take that shirt off. Gary, switch shirts with Ronnie. You guys can't fucking do this. Are you kidding me?
Take the dips out. Stop dipping at the wedding.
Yeah.
My uncle, who's an electrician in Temperance, Michigan, hellhole, wore a remember those Old Navy fleeced vests?
Sure.
Well, that's my cousin's wedding.
Why not?
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
Why not?
But the dress code's getting a little more lax at weddings.
I'm all for that.
You can wear like
I'm all for that.
You can wear a nice dark pair of jeans with a dress shirt and a sport coat.
Hell yeah. That's you ever see the show Parenthood?
I saw the movie.
It was a show.
Okay, I heard about the show.
We're watching it right now. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations
on your ER adventure.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
That's real cool.
Oh my God!
Real cool.
It was a real fucking.
My mom was into Clooney big time back in the day.
Well, your mom and my old lady.
Man.
Oof. Yeah. He's a good looking man.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was I saying?
Do you think that Julian Margulis is hot back then?
Oh man.
She had that big old curly head of hair. She was Clooney's girl back in the day.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Aaron, the producer. Yeah.
That's a yeah for Aaron?
I'll give it a, she's a, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. She's a doctor as well.
That's
but
true.
Here's what I'm going to say.
I'm an upwardly mobile man.
Here's what I'm going to say. I
like
bet
a professional lady.
you get me a time machine.
Mm-hmm.
You bring me, she was probably what, like 25 back then? You bring me her now. You let this world dollar up. But she's a fucking smoke show.
I guarantee it. I guarantee she's a smoke show.
Fucking smoke show.
I'll tell you who I had a weird crush on as a young teen, and we'll eventually get to these questions. But Catherine Zeta-Jones in High Fidelity.
Oh yeah,
was like a turning point for me.
How about Lisa Bonet in that movie?
Oh my God, she's
yeah. That was where I was just like,
oh yeah, that was big.
Because what was cool with her that is you hadn't seen her in a while.
Yeah, she really went away.
And I know High Fidelity is one of those movies that every female comic friend of mine tells me I'm not supposed to like anymore. that and Fight Club, that's my favorite thing. Fight Club's stupid. You're not supposed to like. Okay, well, young me thought it was kind of cool.
Tell that to the poster on the wall of my dorm room.
Yeah, same thing with High Fidelity. At the time, I was like, that's a cool movie, and now I enjoy my female comic friends tell me why I'm a dumb idiot for enjoying it, which is always fun.
I haven't seen it in a fucking decade.
Yeah, but I remember with Lisa Bonet, it's like, you hadn't seen her in a while, and then she shows up, and I'm just like, holy shit, man, you know what? I'll say this, though.
Say it.
The woman at the end who kind of flirts with him a little bit, and he makes her a mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Natasha Gregson Wagner. That's it. Natasha Gregson Wagner. She was my pick to click from High Fidelity.
2000.
If I had to do FMK of her, Catherine ZetaJones.
Catherine ZetaJones.
And who was the black girl? Lisa Bonet. I am going to.
Yes, please.
No, I can't do that anymore.
You can't?
I don't know. We do it every once in a while on the podcast.
Yeah,
people think we don't do it because we're a couple now, but that's never stopped us.
Yeah. Also, you guys were dating for like a while before you told anyone. Yeah.
We have. It's fun too when to be able to be in a relationship with somebody where she'll just be like, "This Matt Riddle guy, what's his fucking deal?"
You do that's a very necessary thing.
Yeah.
Because we'll do the same thing where it'll just be like some
you
guy.
can't not see somebody who's just a fucking alien specimen and not be like
babe ass babe.
Holy shit! Yeah.
No, there's people where they'll just walk by us at a restaurant and I'll be like, huh? And it's just like, oh yeah. You have to.
What fucking planet are you from?
Yeah. Well, speaking of planets,
yes.
Let's get to these questions.
Speaking of Natasha Gregson Wagner.
She was
Hollywood royalty.
This is the most she's been talked about since High Fidelity, and I really think we should find her on Twitter. I think we should reach out to her.
Sometimes I go down these wormholes.
Yeah,
I was listening to some Mazzy Star the other day, and I was like, I got to see what this lead singer looks like.
Yeah,
today.
Yeah,
it's just a different person.
Oh, of course,
unbelievable life. Then I get all bummed out about life and getting old and my mortality.
How do you feel about Ray Liotta's new face? Chantix. I tell you, my greatest role, a non-smoker.
Hey, my name's Ray, and I quit smoking with Chantix. It's fine.
It's weird. So we saw on Christmas Day, we saw a movie.
What'd you say?
I'll tell you in a second. Don't.
I know it's your podcast. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I don't come in there and tell Brad the Alien to shut up or whatever.
You're right.
Thank you. So we're walking into the theater, and that's on before the trailers. Chantix was.
I'm a movie star. Might as well.
Yeah, why not? I'm at home. He's not a Chicago guy.
No, it's just a tough New York guy.
Just a tough guy. And so Mal says out loud, "Oh, what's Ray Liotta doing?" Mm-hmm. And
tell you what he's not doing, smoking.
Some random guy hears that and goes, "Being a pussy."
Wow.
So good. We were seeing the Ruth Bader Ginsburg movie.
RBG.
That guy sat through a movie about Ruth Bader Ginsburg after that.
The fuck is that guy doing there?
It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's so weird.
Yeah, I'm quitting Bumble after this. Fuck this shit. Taking this girl out for gluten-free muffins and seeing RBG. Fuck this shit. I'm dropping her off and going to Portillo's.
Get one of those shakes with the cake in it.
And did you see that at the theater on Clark? What's that landmark?
Oh, there's a.
Oh, you're a downtown guy. Downtown Mike O'Keefe. How have you not been nicknamed Downtown Mike O'Keefe?
Oh my God, I want that so bad.
You're downtown.
I'm downtown, baby.
You're downtown Mike O'Keefe.
I'm downtown Mike O'Keefe, and we got to see if you're going to be a Bologna Boy. Because we're the Bologna Boys. That's my groomsman gang. But Bologna Boy, not gender specific, by the way. That's a gender neutral term.
I saw the Avengers Infinity War at that art house theater on Clark.
Oh, that's amazing.
And what's great about that, because I saw the preview for RBG during that.
I think the dramatic one is called On the Basis of Sex.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, the new one.
Okay. With the Rogue One lady in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so there was a documentary just called RBG.
Yeah.
And I remember when I saw Infinity Wars. Yeah. You know, when you go to a comic book movie, you're waiting for those previews to see what the next big comic book movie is.
Yeah.
But I saw this at this art house theater, and all they did was play previews for art house movies.
That's so great.
And everybody was just kind of like, why
is this happening? Yeah.
Fucking previews are always like about like a man and a nun become one. She must question everything about God and see if one man is worth turning her back on everything she knew. And the movie's called like The Nun Who Loved. The Nun Who Loved Other Than Jesus.
Nuns can only love one man.
Yeah.
But she loved two.
Yeah.
Nuns.
Yeah. Nuns. What's up with that? Directed by Violent J.
Oh, man. I didn't even ask you about the gathering. It's fun, right?
The gathering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fucking great, man. I got fired. Did I tell you my story? I got fired from
You
there?
got fired from the... God fucking damn.
I got fired.
Let me know how you got fired.
I did a little comedy, and then my dear friend and Juggalo Kevin Gill, KG, said, "Hey, why don't you be the ring announcer?"
Okay.
I said, "Okay."
Fun.
So went to a thrift store earlier that day, got a little get up. Do
you have like a suit? Like a shitty suit?
It's a shitty suit. I thought it'd be fun.
That's a good time.
And I'm in the ring, and I'm doing intros for everybody, and it's fun because, like Tommy Dreamer's there. All sorts of fun people are there. The people you don't know, and they're just like, "Oh, I'm the Sultan of the Side Suplex." And I'm like, you can't have 5 nicknames if I don't know who the fuck you are. If I don't know who you are, you don't get 5 nicknames.
Especially not the Sultan of the Side. That's not even a good suplex.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
They're throwing a lot at me.
I don't know why you got to shit talk Jeff Cobb like that.
Jeff Cobb is the Sultan of the Side Suplex.
Jeff Cobb's one of the best.
But anyway, and I'm backstage, and I noticed that Violent J pulls up in a golf cart in full makeup. And
he's the bigger one or the skinny one?
He's the bigger one.
Okay.
And I see him pointing at me. And then finally, he walks up to the backstage area. I'm up on this like raised platform that goes out to the ring.
Okay.
And he's looking up at me, and I'm looking down at him, and he just goes, "You Marty? Are you Marty?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "You're done." And he's like doing this like throat slash thing. He goes, "You're done." And I go, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "I don't know who you are or who told you can do this, but you're done." And he goes, "Legs Diamond, that's our announcer." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I think he was doing another show, and they wanted to get started, so they asked me to do it." He goes, "I don't know who you talk to, but you're done." And I go, "Okay." In my head, I'm thinking, great, I'll just go watch the show.
Yeah, awesome.
And he goes, "Don't get hot," which in wrestling terms is don't get mad.
Don't get angry. Yeah.
Don't get mad. Here I am, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky the Steamboat splaining to you guys. Don't get mad. I'm like, "I'm not mad." He goes, "You're getting mad." I'm like, I'm not getting mad.
That's my favorite thing in the world.
You're getting mad. I'm like, "Nope, not getting mad." And he's just like, "All right, enjoy the show." And then after that, somebody goes, "Oh, he did comedy." And he comes up, "Well, thank you for doing comedy at the gathering of the Juggalos. I got to go put out some more fires. A lot of fires going on here."
Classic. He does have a very classic Michigan accent.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Then Violent J almost came to me in Cabana's show in Detroit a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But he had fatherly duties. He couldn't get out of it. Yeah.
They go spray some cheap soda at people. Yeah. Anyway, Marty.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we
go. Here's your interview process.
Yes.
For being a Bologna boy, number 1, plan my bachelor party. Bitch. Sorry.
All right. What kind of budget do we have?
What kind of budget? Unlimited funds.
Well, unlimited funds. We would take
for downtown Mike O'Keefe.
We would meet up downtown. I mean, I would love to just be like, "Hey, don't have anything going on for the next 4 days."
Yeah.
And have your passport. And out of nowhere, I would surprise you and be like, "We're going to Japan for Wrestle Kingdom."
Ooh, baby.
And we're sitting with the Japanese people, baby. We're not getting relegated to the back like the white people.
We got rich boy Japanese tickets.
And then I would try to arrange where we would go out with some famous wrestlers afterwards with some sponsors.
Oh, all I want to do.
Maybe get you a Ribera jacket.
Oh, I want a Ribera jacket.
Yeah, I know.
John Idy bought us all shitty satin jackets, which have like other steakhouses logos on
1 Hour Tees was like, Pressing Tees was
so close.
They were like, "Let's do this," and Ribera's like, "Nah,
I gotta keep it.
It's not what we do. It's not what we do.
You gotta protect that. I know. I get it.
Every once in a while, I'm just waiting for the call from Cabana of like, "I got you one." I'm like, "Please,
thank you."
Because he's got one. He's got 2, I think.
Oh my god!
And
classic red, or
I think he's got a red and a black, maybe.
Yeah,
but
those red ones look so.
But it's
cool,
just
man.
like, I just want one.
I want one.
If you don't know, Ribera's it's just a regular steakhouse. But
it's pretty fucking run of the
Road
mill.
Warriors started going there back in the 80s, and they had these Ribera jackets, and it became like kind of an honor, badge of honor as a wrestler, rite of passage to get a Ribera jacket.
You ate a lot of steak. Here's a jacket.
One day, I hope to have one.
I think it's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
I really think it is. But all I want Jay Washington chopped me once.
Yeah.
and I felt so alive.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to take another chop. I really would.
I can give you one after the show.
Not from you. I'm a wrestler. No offense.
I am a wrestler, Mike.
Listen,
You've been at my match. Mike.
Listen, I don't want to get chopped by, Tommy Jabbar.
You want Cabana to light you up sometime?
Yeah, I'll have it.
Okay.
I'll do it. Next time we have him on Best Night.
Okay.
Well, I'll have him.
Okay. You want shirt off?
No.
And then what's the point? You haven't lived till you've been chopped with that shirt off.
I'll take it. Well, I got a fucking hairy chest, so I think it's actually better for Cabana if I keep my shirt on.
It's just, there's nothing like, I remember after I had my match, you see like the finger marks. Like it's just so wild to have like another human being's hand mark on your body. And I mean, back in wrestling, we'd always fuck each other up, but Session Moth, this female wrestler from the UK.
She's Irish. Not from the UK. She's Irish.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Good Lord.
Sorry.
I thought you were Scottish. I'm sorry.
Nah, she's Irish.
Oh shit, I'm the worst.
If I let that come out,
let's edit that.
My fucking car's gonna get blown up if I have that.
Edit that out. But I have her hand marks all over my chest.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where whenever you see like an interview where they're kind of shooting or whatever.
Also, we would go to Germany and have Walter chop you too for part of your bachelor party. I love it. Yeah, part of your bachelor party.
Man, that guy would fucking kill me. And they always talk about how that's the worst thing, and like the next day, that's what hurts the most instead of your back. Anyway, next question.
Yes,
that's a great answer.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
One of the best we've had.
Thanks.
The worst we've had. I'm going to bring this up again. Jim Flanagan said we should go to Bozeman, Montana. That's a fucking dumb idea.
That's terrible.
Yeah, stupid. He's a dumb man who I love very dearly.
Such a dumb Flanagan type.
Stupid ass.
What would you guys do there?
I don't know.
Smoke cigars on the back porch of a house.
Yeah.
Good Lord, Flanagan.
Look at horses.
Come on.
I don't want to do that. I look at horses here.
Come on.
The next question. What are some DJ no-nos and some DJ yes pleases?
Don't be a crackhead.
Don't smoke crack.
Yeah. DJ no-nos. I mean,
either songs or like,
you got to have Kilgallen. You got to Joe Kilgallen, who's a comedian here in Chicago, on your wedding, because his DJ for his wedding broke too many of his no-no rules. He flipped a fucking table at his own wedding. It was fantastic. He got so angry. He played too many songs.
I love watching Joe Kilgallen get angry.
I love instigating it.
Oh my God, it's the best.
So wedding DJ no. Okay, here's what I like. I like a DJ who isn't too like, hey everybody, let's get on the dance floor. Like,
you can't.
You just do the main announcements.
Yeah.
Do the main announcements. I would love just a fun deep cut every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like a wedding deep cut. Like, hey, you know what? Let's fucking play Whip It by Devo. Let's fucking get the crowd going a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's play fucking 99 Loft Balloons or something. Yeah. Let's have a little fucking fun.
Goldfinger version, of course.
Yeah. It was so funny.
There's nothing in that.
I played that. I was telling Sarah about the Goldfinger version. She has sometimes I'll play like a playlist of something, and I'll have a playlist on of like just some like pop punk bangers.
Yeah.
And I think she's like, what are all these guys called? The Bullet Boys, and they're all like, my girlfriend, she left me, and I'm like, yeah, great fucking take. But you know what? You don't have to make it so hard.
Yeah, that's Cleaver Hammer, and they're great.
Yeah. So that would be my yeses. Some deep cuts.
Yeah.
To where you're like, oh
shit, okay,
nice.
Yeah.
Some deep cuts. Probably, some new wave. I'm a big like new wave because that'll get you dancing.
Yeah.
My no-nos. Just the current hits. Don't be lazy. Don't just be like, well, this is the new current one. You know.
Because I don't think either of us would know it, honestly.
Well,
like me and Matt.
I watch a lot of dank meme.
You're
compilations. So
you are somehow
yeah.
You're somehow like a 40-year-old man, but you do have the pulse of popular culture.
I have my finger on the pulse.
Do. It's very weird to me.
Yeah.
Which
I know Muffin Time. Yeah. I know Hit or Miss. I know what all the kids are fucking jamming to. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But you've been dabbing this entire time.
I dab constantly.
You're just always dabbing.
I dab constantly.
You're flossing.
I am
crazy.
flossing. I'm doing it all. But
Bandito did not floss last night, by the way.
Yes, he did. You just didn't see it.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Bandito and a couple other wrestlers were hanging out with Sarah up top, flossing to All Night Long by Lionel Richie when Rich
when Rich Ron comes to the ring, they play the whole song.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Bandito is this amazing wrestler from Mexico.
He's unreal.
He wears a very cool mask. It's almost like a reverse KKK mask.
It's that's amazing. But it's like a bandit handkerchief.
Yeah, but like speaking of how I'm going to text Sarah actually during this. She's like, he's so hot, it's stupid.
Oh my God. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
Let me see here. I'm going to say, how would you describe, how would you describe how, I know this is great podcasting.
No, you're good.
How would you describe how Bandito looks without his mask? There you go. All right. But yeah, she's like, he's beautiful. But yeah, they were all, and I don't want to, not protect the business, but Brody King was also flossing.
Was he really?
Sarah Bandito and Brody King were flossing.
I love it.
During All Night Long with Rich Swan's intro.
And if you would describe how Brody King looks, terrifying.
Punk rock bouncer at a very tough bar.
Yeah. He's a fucking man. He is
comes out in a black ski mask.
Oh my,
which is frightening.
He's one of the most terrifying dudes.
She got back to me right away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who this. She knows I don't know who this is. The movie Pocahontas. Who's Kokum?
Ooh?
Yeah, I know. No one knows the means.
The Native American hunk from Pocahontas.
Yeah, there you go.
I would say one of the hottest dudes imaginable.
Okay, well, there you go. All right.
Okay. So at this wedding, you're going to be head of security.
Sure.
That's what
me and Brody King. I'd hire Brody King. Here's my staff. Me, Brody King, Jake something.
Will Jake something bring his girlfriend to my wedding?
Dude, they do nothing but weddings. You should have. Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That guy, you should have him on the way. All he does is go to weddings.
I love it.
No one goes to more weddings than that guy. He was just at the Ray Rose, Sarah Logan Viking wedding. Yeah.
This pro wrestler we liked had a Viking wedding. It's great.
Why not? They're fucking Renaissance as shit.
They're great.
They did it.
All right. Love them.
I'm head of security.
Yeah, you're head of security. My family, I love them to death. This will be my last Christmas I spend with them because it's just too short. It's very stressful.
Team Val?
What's up?
Team Mal?
Oh, I'm all Team Mal. Yeah. I'm all Hanukkah now, baby.
Oh, that's right.
8 days.
She's chosen.
And now I've been chosen to also be chosen.
Do you have to convert or anything?
No. No, she's like...
Could you? Could you?
I'll be honest with you. I totally could.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'd leave Catholicism in a heartbeat like I did 12 years ago. Yeah. I've been back, baby. There's gonna be some ne'er do wells.
Yeah.
Because I got a family. They're full of thugs.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now is a little bit of role play.
Not a problem at all.
I know you're
not a problem at all.
You're gonna be fantastic at this. I'm gonna do a boy. Let's pretend the ceremony's going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna interrupt it.
Okay.
And you're gonna take me down verbally.
Okay.
Please do not lunge across this table.
I will not.
I need you to be dabbing continuously like you have been this entire episode.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hey, what are you doing? This bullshit.
Hey, sir. This isn't about you right now.
You don't look good in your suit.
You need to shut the fuck up, sir.
Whoa.
Okay?
Dude, who are you talking to me
and
like
I know
that
we're in
for?
a church, and I know a lot of these other people won't say it. I'm fucking crazy.
Oh, my God.
And I will fucking kill you right now, okay? You're at a wedding right now. This is the greatest day.
But it sucks.
Hey, I'm talking right now.
It sucks
you
up there.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, my God.
I'm in charge right now, not you. In your dumb shit world out there, you might have a say in the matter. But here right now, I am the head of security in this church, and you're not going to fuck up my friend's wedding, okay? Those are two wonderful people up there right now. I will end your fucking life right now, sir. And I know what you're thinking. There's no way you're going to do it. Let's find out. How about me and you right now go outside and let's see how fucking tough you are. Because you know what I think? What? You're just a big mouth fucking crybaby. I think I pop you once in the fucking mouth, you're going to be running home. Back to fucking Flint, Michigan, or wherever the fuck you're from. I'll be honest. I'm not a wedding guy. So taking you outside to kick the shit out of you would be so much more fun right now. I'm a little bored and I don't want to take out my phone, okay? Because that's rude. But if I bring you out and I beat the shit out of you and like humiliate you, like I'm gonna do some weird stuff to you.
What are you gonna do?
I might give you like a wedgie or something.
Oh no!
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking rip your underwear out, like all the way out.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And you know what?
Really bad.
I'm a hero. I'm a fucking hero. You just made my day, okay? And the cops are gonna come. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna see this nice city dwelling fella who is a hero. Yeah. This guy whose suit actually fits him, you know? Unlike you.
Listen. It was my dad's suit.
Listen, you're going to join your dad if you don't shut the fuck up.
God.
Yeah. I killed your dad and I'll kill you.
Oh my God.
I was a time traveler and I came back and killed your dad.
You Scott Bakula, my dead dad?
I fucking Scott Bakula your dead dad as a young girl. I quantum leaped into a young girl and I killed your dad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and now I'm a man.
What was the young girl's name?
She was a Girl Scout cookie. Her name was Tabitha. And as soon as your dad opened the door, I fucking karate chopped him in the throat and it was downhill from there.
I forgot what voice. Did the karate chop kill him or was there stuff after?
It stunned him. That's all that I needed it to do.
Okay.
Just like with you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give you a little bit of my attack strategy.
Please do.
As soon as we go out, I'm going to go, let's just talk it over. And I'm going to open the door. As you go out, I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to fucking smack you in the right ear so hard, I'm going to knock your equilibrium out of fucking whack.
I'm not going to be able to balance?
No, not at all.
Terrible.
Not at all.
Then what next?
I'm going to kind of get you in a bear hug of sorts, and I'm just going to take my one leg and just take you down.
Okay.
It's just going to be a good old-fashioned tackle like we're playing fucking football, sandlot football.
You do love football.
Once you're down, it's going to be a barrage of elbows to the head. You're going to be like, man, I wish the ref would stop it. I go, well, guess what? I'm not Bryan Danielson, and this isn't a ring of honor. There's no honor with what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to grab your ear and just twist it. Just fucking twist it. I'm going to do some, like, just weird shit. And you're like, who does this? Is this a fucking 40s gangster that caught me cheating in Las Vegas? Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Constantly returning to that fucking ear, just popping it. Every once in a while, you're going to get a shot in the nose to make your eyes water. I'd fish hook you, but you're fucking gross. Your mouth. I'm not putting my finger in your mouth.
I haven't used mouthwash in 10 years.
I don't doubt that, sir. So let me ask you one more time. Can you be quiet for the rest of the ceremony?
Yeah, I guess.
And know this. Yeah. I'm going to be right behind you. Rooting for you to say something. Just rooting for you to say something. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? Do me a favor.
Yeah?
Don't get up during communion. Don't get up. It's just a power move on my part. Don't get up. You don't get to partake in the sacrament during this ceremony. You lost your fucking communion privileges. You sit here. And when your family is up there getting communion, when you're up there, you see, oh, I wish I could have some of that communion. I wonder if that's real wine or just grape juice. You'll never know. Because you fucking lost all privileges.
Can I still eat at the reception?
Vegetarian.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You don't deserve meat.
The vegetarian option.
You don't deserve meat.
Shoelaces.
And you don't get fish either.
I don't want it.
No.
Fish is bad.
You don't get shit. And try to drink at this wedding. See what happens. Try to drink at this wedding.
Not even like a Shirley Temple?
You can have one drink.
Ooh.
One drink. Straight gin. Make it happen. Make it work. It's not my problem.
This is the worst day of my life.
Yeah. Maybe next time we don't fucking mouth off at a wedding. Okay? Also, give me your ID. I saw Fight Club. I saw this thing in Fight Club one time, a movie that I'm not supposed to like anymore. Give me your ID. I'm going to check back on you every once in a while.
Why?
So now I know where you live. I know who you are. Okay? My name is Marty. I'll give you my address too. Please try to come visit me. Try.
What's your address?
I can't tell you on the air. But you come try to visit me. It'll be my dream come true to open the door and see your dumb face there. I'll go, oh my God. I thought Christmas had just passed. You've given me this gift. The gift that keeps giving. Me beating the shit out of you. All right, the ceremony's been over for 3 minutes. I'm going to go back up there and watch my friend get married.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
I really appreciate how you took care of that.
I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I had to take care of something.
It's totally fine,
sorry.
man.
I'm so sorry.
Listen, you were doing what you were there to do. And I appreciate that.
I think it was kind of fucked up. Your Jewish girlfriend took communion.
Yeah,
I think that was real weird.
Really weird.
That was real weird during the ceremony.
You do that? I don't even take it.
No.
Well, that was fantastic. We got one more thing left to do, but before that, there's a couple features we got to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to do our ASMR minute. Mm-hmm. We did it a little bit earlier. That was just a teaser.
That was just a tease.
Here we go. ASMR. It's not sexual.
I don't want to have sex with any of you.
This is in no way
what this is about.
Sexual.
This is about people listening
to noises.
But if you did want to have sex with me,
my address is...
I can't have sex with you because I have a girlfriend. But if I was single and you were my type, make love. Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a good
beard scratch.
Oh, yeah. I got a little bit of that. I'll give you a little bit of that. Oh, that's good. All right. Thank you. That was a good ASMR minute.
Yeah, if I can.
A lot of new techniques in that one. It was good. We were both really...
you with that drink coaster.
Well, Aaron has these lovely... like leather coasters.
Leather-bound coasters.
Leather and your monograms on there. They're great coasters. So that was the ASMR minute. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of people just tune into just that part.
I get it.
It's very weird.
I get it.
Then I have to do my weekly Bane impression. I do one of the best Bane impressions in the city.
Now, might I just tell you real quick?
What?
In the dank meme world,
Fucking Jack.
Bane, that scene in the what's his Batman movie?
Dark
Knight Rises.
Yes.
So when he's in the football field and he grabs the microphone, you can just imagine people do lots of different things.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted you to know that.
I thought there was gonna be okay.
But I mean, just if you don't know the fucking, there's this. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Here's my weekly Bane impression. Hey, y'all, I'm Bane. All right, there we go. It's a weekly Bane impression.
Very alt.
Thank you.
Very alt.
Thank you. They make me do it every week.
I understand.
Hey, do Bane.
I understand.
Hey guys, Bane here. It's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we have reached our last thing. Marty, thank you so much for doing the show. This has been a lovely chat. It's been a fantastic time. And now
love it.
I would like for you to deliver my bestman speech. Shit. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We had to call in our Foley artist, Greg. Greg, hey, what's up? Greg, just do your job, please. All right, and here we go. We're gonna do. Here we go.
Excuse me, everybody. I just want to take a couple minutes out of your time. No, I'm not going to tell jokes. I know a lot of you thought Mike and Mal and all their funny friends are going to tell a bunch of jokes. That's not what today's about. Today is about two people meeting each other in a strange world, in a funny world, I guess you could say. You know, I love stand-up comedy. It's changed my life. It's led me to find the love of my life, and somehow this wacky world of stand-up comedy has drawn these two together. And they said that when the two of them got together, this won't last. She'll figure out Mike. You know what I mean? But they say you can't take Michigan out of a boy, but you can take the boy out of Michigan, and that's what they did. They took this boy out of Michigan and plucked him out and dropped him in downtown Chicago. And you know me, I like to call Mike downtown Mike O'Keefe. But tonight, they're Mr. and Mrs. downtown Mike O'Keefe. Mal, you like ER, a show about saving lives. I can't help but think today, right here, right now, you've saved Mike's life. I don't know which Haley it was, but goddamn, that was not the one for him. Who would have thought back when he was in the dorms hanging out with Haley that somewhere there was a young Jewish girl becoming a Jewish woman who would one day walk into his life. You know, in comedy, when your set's almost over, they flash a light. And a lot of times comics will say, well, I got the light. I got to get out of here. And crowds don't know what they're talking about because they don't understand getting the light at a comedy show.
It's weird when they do that.
Which is weird, you know? We don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
Comics, every show will say, well, I got the light. I got to get out of here.
They don't know what these people are here to be entertained.
Mike, I'm giving the speech right now. Can you sit this one out, please? Can you sit this one out? Thank you. The wonderful thing about this day we're having right now is no one has to give us the light. This day can keep going just because the ceremony's over and we're all now going to go to another bar and get real fucked up. That doesn't mean this has to end. In my world, in my mind, this wedding is going to keep going on forever. We're going to run the light of life. Just like these two are going to run the light of life together till one or both of them die. Everybody except Mike's uncle, please raise your glass right now. And let's hear it for Mr. and Mrs. Downtown Mike O'Keefe.
Wow. Thank you so much. What a lovely, lovely speech. That was heartfelt. And also, man, that's a great point about people who say, I got the light. They don't fucking know. What crowd
I like to make every moment a teachable lesson, a teachable moment.
And you definitely did that. We learned a lot about hitting people in the ear. This has been a fucking
equilibrium.
Oh my God. Have you ever not been able to
did it how Colt tells me these stories about like, I love knowing about like when matches get a little real sometimes.
Oh, yes.
And I was in Madison one time at the comedy club and a comic was like, hey, I used to be a wrestler and it didn't work out. I wasn't great. Okay. And he got to wrestle Colt one time. And he was a little overzealous, a little excited, and kind of laid something in a little too hard on Colt.
Yeah.
Colt kind of tells me, he's like, I'll give him one. If it happens again, I'll address the issue. And again, got a little rough with Colt. So Colt flipped him around in the corner, kind of beat him up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he does this classic, how are we going to do this? We're going to do it like the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you. Yeah. You know, and I love hearing those kind of stories. I'm just like, we can do it the easy way or the hard way.
Badass.
Yeah.
Marty?
Yeah.
I now have to make a decision as to whether or not you will be asked to join my crew of Bologna Boys. And, you've had a really great showing. Well, you've done fantastic.
You make it easy.
Listen, I'm here to facilitate fun. But you will not be joining the Bologna Boys. I can't have a more popular podcaster than me and my crew. Fuck that.
I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm very happy about that.
Yep, I know.
Secretly, I don't want to stand up at anyone's wedding anymore.
Rent a tux.
I don't want to rent a tux. I don't want to be there early. I don't want to have to do anything. I got a buddy from Indiana who's like, I want you to be my best man. I'm like, motherfucker.
It is, I was happy to do it for my buddy Justin because I literally have known him and his wife since before they even met. So I was happy to do that. I don't want to do any fucking more. Yeah. It's such a headache. I totally understand. Yeah. You're off the hook. Show.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. Hey, just tell me what bar you guys are going to be hanging at after the wedding. I'll meet you there.
Perfect. Probably someplace downtown.
Yeah.
Marty, tell the people where they can find you. You got stuff to plug. What do you got?
If you like wrestling, please find it in your heart to give my podcast a chance. Marty and Sarah Love Wrestling, available on anywhere you get your podcasts. And if you want to give me a follow on social media, you can do that at Marty DeRosa.
Cool. Awesome. This will come out on Wednesday. You got any shows you want to tell the people about?
Yeah.
Dozens of people.
If you're hearing this the second it dropped, like I know all of you do.
Hell yeah.
You wait, you know when it comes out. I don't know, be a comedian you should know tonight.
Yeah. Some fun.
And otherwise,
down there.
I'll just be at places.
Yeah, I'll be around. I got you. Thanks so much, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
This was a blast.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll plug my stuff in the intro in a second.
Please do. Please do.
Cool. No problem, buddy.
Please do.
All right. And with that, For Marty DeRosa, for Aaron, the producer, till death do us fart. See you later. That's my little sign-off line.